حسن التأمل بالإله وصال كالجمال يرى ويطلب نبعه كالقرب حين دعاء تداعب طفلها وتضمه أملا كما حاجاتنا منا إليك نريد يا
Assalamu Alaikum. Hello everyone, I am Husna Jolay and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Finally, it is time to prepare and get ready for Ramadan 2025. We are still a week away from Ramadan, so Allahumma balighna Ramadan. But since we're getting closer and closer, I thought now it's the perfect time to finally prepare for Ramadan. This video will obviously be divided into some sections. And we're going to start off with cleaning because my room is very messy right now. I haven't been cleaning it for 2 weeks straight because I was waiting for the Ramadan deep clean. Because normally I do clean my room every Sunday. That's why it's like really dusty and messy right now. I also got some cute Ramadan decorations, only 2-piece Ramadan decorations because I am living in a dorm room. So I just cannot wait to clean, change my bedding, and then organize the Ramadan decorations, and I'm so excited for that. We're gonna move on with bullet journaling for Ramadan because I do have some really cute Ramadan stickers and I cannot wait to use them. And we're gonna end with Ramadan goals, inshallah. Let's see how this video will turn out, and I'm very excited for Ramadan. Now, let's get on to it. I'm finally done with my Ramadan bullet journal spreads, and this time both Ramadan and a new month, which is March, came together perfectly on time. I think for the first time I'm doing a monthly spread and a Ramadan spread both together, like both combined, because usually I used to first do a monthly spread because Ramadan used to come in, like, for example, 10th of March or like 20th of April. So at first I used to do March cover, and then a week later I used to do a whole another cover for Ramadan. But this time it is both March and Ramadan, as you can see. It's not the best Ramadan spread, obviously, or March spread, but you guys, so when I, like, after I calligraphied this helicopter, so after I calligraphied this Ramadan texture, I started doing the lights, as you saw. And then, you guys, I completely forgot to wait for this text to dry because I did it with like a calligraphy ink pen. So you have to wait for a bit until the text dries. But I did not, so obviously it came to my hand. And when I was doing this, I kind of like made some of the, like some part of the page purple. And once I was done, I looked at it and I was like, what the heck? Like, what am I gonna do now? And I was like, okay, Husna, you have to make it look pretty again. So what I did was, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take all my finger, dip it into this Ramadan text, and then make all like the surroundings of it purple, so that it would look like I purposefully made it. But that was not the intention, obviously. I accidentally made it like that. But I feel like I kind of covered up the mistake perfectly. What do you guys think? Then I was like, you know what, let me do the same thing for these stickers as well. And I feel like it looks pretty good. So that is my Ramadan spreads. I have these cute Ramadan stickers. I'll be using more of them throughout March, inshallah. I will be making all my weekly spreads Ramadan themed as well. So that's perfect. I mean, that's all March is about for me this year. It's just about Ramadan, not even like spring or anything. And then obviously I have a Ramadan goals page. So now we came to the Ramadan goals part of this video. I set 6 goals for myself, and the first one is finishing the Quran. Obviously it is a tradition now. I do it every Ramadan, so the goal is to recite it every day. And then the second one is daily dhikr. It's also like my every time goal, like it's my all-time goal, but especially for Ramadan, I want to stick to my daily dhikrs every day, because in normal life I do it every day, but sometimes when I don't feel like it, I don't do it. But for Ramadan, no, I have no excuses to not do my daily dhikrs. The third goal will be obviously tahajjud before suhoor, because I'm already gonna wake up for suhoor. So suhoor time also means tahajjud time. It would not make any sense to not pray tahajjud when I wake up for suhoor. Tahajjud after suhoor every day, inshallah. The fourth goal is no wasting food, because this year I'll be making my own food and I really don't want to waste any food. I mean, normally I obviously, as a Muslim and as a human, obviously I pay a lot of attention to not waste my food, but specifically in Ramadan I do not want to do it at all. Like whatever food I cook that day for iftar, I want to finish it, and I don't want to like put a lot in my plate, because when in Ramadan we are fasting, and when we fast all day we think about food, especially when it's getting closer to iftar time, and when we are cooking that food we go like, I'm gonna eat like 2 plates of these. But in reality, as soon as you break your fast, you can barely even eat like finish the half of the plate, because that's what usually happens for me. And that's why I don't want to put like a lot of food in my plate, and I just want to put like a fair and safe amount, and I obviously do not want to waste any food, inshallah. The fifth goal is Quran journal. For the past couple weeks I have not been Quran journaling consistently, because sometimes, I mean, obviously I recite the Quran every day, alhamdulillah, but sometimes I do feel like I need to stay a bit away from like Quran journaling every day, because the way I Quran journal is, I like question the verses a lot, not like in a bad way, in like a good way. I look for the resources of tafsirs. I do a lot of tafsir, but then the thing is, I'm like, I have to understand what that verse is. Like I pressure myself a lot to the point where I go like crazy. I'm like, what is Allah trying to like tell me? And I have to like put this verse into my life as well, not just study it and like leave it behind, you know? So I put a lot of pressure on myself, and sometimes it really affects not only my mental health, actually my physical health and my like whole day as well. So sometimes I feel like for me it is safe to pause that, and then after a nice break, move on with it. But in Ramadan, I want to get back on it because it is true that for the past couple weeks, I only Quran journaled about like 3-4 times, and I started feeling guilty about that. And then the final and 6th goal is don't miss Salah. Pray all 5 Salahs every day. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah, I am pretty well at that, but obviously in Ramadan, it looks like I will be struggling with sleeping as well. So with that and uni and fasting, I really don't want to make those as excuses for myself to not pray, for example, Zuhr in between my classes or skip Asr in between my classes. I do not want to do that, so I want to stick on to praying my all 5 Salahs as usual. But those are my Ramadan goals. Go comment down below your Ramadan goals, and may Allah help us achieve all of them with ease, with iman, and with health. Ameen. I feel like we are done with this video. So far we did cleaning, Ramadan decors, only 2 pieces of decoration, but no problem for this year. Hopefully next year I will go more all in with my Ramadan decoration. And then the third one was sort of like a self-care, I took shower. I took an everything shower yesterday, and it was a much needed one. And then today I did my Ramadan spreads, which was the third part, and then the 4th was my Ramadan goals. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so excited for Ramadan. Allahumma balighna Ramadan, because we still have exactly a week, you guys. Next week, today we will pray the first Taraweeh, and tonight we're gonna wake up for the first suhoor, inshallah. I'm not sure if I'll be able to because my period just started and I feel so bad about that, but no problem. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It is your sign to go prepare for Ramadan, even if it's not decoration or anything. At least clean your space, prep yourself for Ramadan mentally, at least have some type of routine or a goal for Ramadan, because wallahi it will really motivate you to spend a productive Ramadan getting closer to Allah. And when it comes to my Ramadan routine, this year will be very different from all previous years, obviously. So I am still in the process of planning a good routine for myself for Ramadan, which will not overwhelm me and will help me with all my uni studies and cooking and chores and my work as a content creator. But hopefully if I build that routine, I'll definitely share it with you guys. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. مع السلامة. Bye. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am trying my best to have my little Ramadan decorations in the background, so I hope I'm doing a good job. I don't want to move a lot because there is my little storage which is filled with some boring random stuff, so I don't want that to be seen. So I just hope that this will turn out well. But anyways, you guys, welcome to another episode of the Ramadan special Tafakkur sessions, learning more about some great Islamic figures. The first one was Khadija radiallahu anha, the second one was Aisha radiallahu anha, the third one was Sulaim radiallahu anha, and today we're going to learn about the 4th personality, another great, wise, strong, intelligent woman. And I feel like maybe you might have heard of her at least once, especially if you're a social media person or you spend some time in social media, and especially in the Muslim side of social media, then I feel like you have definitely heard of her. I'm not gonna obviously make the intro very long and make this person sound really mysterious, but I personally was always very curious about her, and I barely even knew anything about her. So today we're going to learn some real cool stuff about her, and I'm sure you guys will get so inspired from her. So in today's Tafakkur session, we will be learning about Fatima al-Fihri. Some of you might be like, ooh, that's interesting. I wonder who she is. But when I tell you who she is, your jaw will drop and you will go like, what? Because that's how I reacted. Fatima al-Fihri, you guys, she is the founder of the first ever university in this world. And also she is the first ever woman to establish a university. And also at the same time, she's the first ever Muslim woman to establish a university in this world. Subhanallah, what a great achievement. Honestly, what a great success. So without further ado, let's get into her life. Fatima al-Fihri was a Muslim woman, scholar, and a visionary philanthropist who lived in the 9th century. She is best known for founding Al-Qarawiyyin University in Fez, Morocco in 859 AD, making her the first woman in history to establish a university. Go woman, go Muslim. Oh, sorry, I'm away from the mic. Go woman, go Muslim woman. Oh, I love it when women, and especially Muslim women, achieve these kind of really historical and big achievements. Her contributions to education and Islamic scholarship left an enduring impact on the world. So Fatima was born in Tunisia, and the city is Kairouan. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and actually I'm going to literally Google it up right now because I do not like to pronounce like location or city, country names wrong. So Kairouan pronunciation. Oh, I think I pronounced it very wrong, you guys. Kawan. Is that right? If I have any Tunisian viewers. Kawan. So yeah, that is where she was born. And she was born in the early 9th century. Her exact birth year is unknown. Her family was wealthy and well educated, and they later migrated to Fez, Morocco. Her father, Muhammad al-Fihri, was a successful merchant who ensured that his daughters, Fatima and her sister Maryam, received a proper education. When her father and husband passed away, Fatima inherited a significant amount of wealth. Instead of using it for personal luxury, she invested it in education and knowledge. What a queen. Honestly, what an intelligent queen. And may Allah be pleased with her. Fatima dedicated her inheritance to building a mosque and an educational institution in Fez. In 859 AD, she established Al-Qarawiyyin University, which became one of the world's first and most prestigious centers for learning. The university initially focused on Islamic studies, theology, and Arabic linguistics, but later expanded to mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. It attracted scholars and students from all over the Islamic world, North Africa, and even Europe. And a woman established this university, you guys. I'm so proud right now. Al-Qarawiyyin University is the oldest continuously operating degree-granting university in the world, recognized by UNESCO and the Guinness World Records. It became a major center for Islamic scholarship, producing renowned scholars such as Ibn Khaldun. He is a historian and philosopher. And by the way, I will be covering an episode about Ibn Khaldun, so there you go. That's a little spoiler alert, but I'm not going to share which exact episode will be about him. But he was also in my list of this Ramadan special series. And yeah, so that's a little spoiler alert. Al-Idrisi, who is a geographer and cartographer. Ibn Rushd, philosopher and scientist. Maimonides, who is Jewish philosopher and physician. Even famous European scholars like Gerard of Cremona, I hope I pronounced that right. Wait a second. Okay, I pronounced it right. So, Gerard of Cremona traveled to Al-Qarawiyyin to study Arabic sciences and philosophy. The university played a significant role in preserving and transferring knowledge to Europe during the Middle Ages, influencing the European Renaissance. Despite being a woman in a male-dominated society, Fatima's contributions to education were widely respected. She is often referred to as al-Banin, meaning mother of the children, due to her role in nurturing education and knowledge. Her university continues to operate today, making it a living legacy of her vision. So, as a conclusion, Fatima al-Fihri was a pioneering Muslim woman who understood the power of education and used her resources to create an institution that changed history. Her dedication to knowledge, learning, and faith made a lasting impact on the Islamic world and beyond. Her story is a powerful reminder that women have always played a crucial role in shaping education and civilization long before modern universities existed. So overall, that is who Fatima al-Fihri was, and may Allah bless her, be pleased with her, and peace be upon her as well. But subhanallah, what a great woman, you guys. The more I move on with this series, the more I look up to another great personality, you guys. I'm not even joking. But overall, the biggest, the main lessons actually I took from Fatima al-Fihri's life is that, first of all, the part which really sort of interested me was the fact that her parents, her family was very well educated and supportive, especially her father. So here we can focus on the fact that I know like education is not everything, and not every educated person is intelligent or smart, but education plays a role in finding the truth and being mature. I feel like education definitely plays a big role in becoming a mature, wise, and smart person. And Fatima's family, and especially his father, is a perfect example for that. As we just knew earlier, her family was wealthy and well educated. Her father, Muhammad al-Fihri, was a successful merchant who ensured that his daughters received a proper education. Because they were well educated, they were wise. But again, I'm not saying that every educated person is well educated or mature. No, because there are also many examples of people who graduated from great universities with great degrees, but unfortunately, in terms of personality or in terms of, intelligence, they were not the best. But most of the time, education is also very important in order to become a mature person, in order to question life in healthy ways so that you can find your true self and true purpose. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why the first ever verse of the Quran, the first ever revelation Prophet Muhammad ﷺ received was read. And not only one time. Jibreel alayhi salam revealed this from Allah 3 times to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Read. And then the 4th time was the full verse. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. So that's why I feel like education is important, especially if you are a Muslim in this generation, in this century, where Muslims are mostly described as or seems as people who usually run away from education and who are unfortunately ignorant. We are not like that. We were never meant to be like that. Because again, the first ever verse that was revealed was Iqra, which means read. And the Quran is the greatest education one can ever get in this life. And its benefits is not only for this life, but also for the hereafter. And after the Quran, another great education is obviously the general education, university, going to school. And I really don't understand people, and especially men, who thinks that education is a waste of time. School education, mathematics, science, or after they graduate from high school, no need to go to university. Why should my daughter or my son go to university? Let him work or let her stay at house and wait for her husband. University is a waste of time. It's not. But at the same time, not only the blame is not only on the parents or the father or in that kind of mindset, but the blame should also be in the child who is not willing to go to university or to move on with their educational life. Overall, what I'm trying to say is education is important. Being well educated really leads you to live a better and self-conscious life, if that makes sense. And I feel like Fatima's father and her family overall is a perfect example for this. If Fatima's family was not well educated, then I don't ever think that her and her sister would become scholar and would come this far in their life by establishing the first ever university. And yes, it also says that beside her family being well educated, they were wealthy as well. But let's also focus on the fact that back then in the 9th century, in order to move on with your educational life, you had to be wealthy. But here in this age, education is literally everywhere. We have the internet, we have YouTube, and most of these schools are public, which means they are free. So if one truly yearns for education, no matter what, Allah will help them get that education. I feel like I can be an example for this. Studying university was never on my mind because of my background and also finance as well, some financial issues, but Allah made me come this far. And I trust in His plans. I only feel nothing but gratitude about this whole situation currently happening in my life. So education is important, y'all. But obviously you should, move on with your educational life, not because you are forced to, but because you truly want to. And Allah also loves those who increase in education and knowledge. Another lesson I got from Fatima's life is actually a very deep and beautiful one. And I also spoke a little about this topic back in the first episode of this Ramadan special Tafakkur series, Tafakkur sessions, while explaining Khadija radiallahu anha's life. I said that when Muslim women, in this century, in our time, when a Muslim woman strives for education, for knowledge, for independence, people often look up to or refer to that Muslim woman as a modern Muslim woman, or like a modern time Muslim woman who is trying to balance the modern life and Islam. That is not true. We are not a modern Muslim woman because we want to increase in knowledge. We are not modern Muslim women because we want to be independent. That's not what we are. We are just Muslim women. What we are doing is we are continuing what was already there. We are literally doing that. We are continuing what already existed. Khadija radiallahu anha was a businesswoman in the most ignorant time, the Jahiliyyah time. She was a businesswoman. She used to run her father's business. She used to attend meetings if it was in her city, but if the meetings were outside her city, she used to send her own employees to attend the meetings instead of her. And then Aisha radiallahu anha was in politics, and every single day she used to increase in knowledge and share it with the Sahabas back then, after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ died. And even before his death ﷺ, she still used to increase in knowledge, and that was not modern times as well. Or Fatima al-Fihri, may Allah be pleased with her, she is the first ever woman to establish the first ever university, which is well recognized by UNESCO, by the Guinness World Record. And she was living in the 9th century, where the whole system in the world was mostly controlled, not actually mostly, directly was controlled by men. And we very well know what kind of men used to live back then, especially in the European side. A lot of young women used to get, RAPED. I don't want to say it out loud because this is YouTube and I don't want my video to get banned. But during that time, Fatima opened the first ever university. So what we are doing, what I'm doing right now, this is not me being a modern Muslim woman. I'm just being a Muslim woman. This is how Muslim women should be, like Khadija radiallahu anha, like Aisha radiallahu anha, like Fatima, like Sulaim radiallahu anha, and other great Muslim women. There's Fatima radiallahu anha, Asiya. She was not even living after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. She was living before, Jesus alayhi salam. Were they modern Muslim women? They were not, because they were not in modern times. So what we are doing right now is not something modern. We are just continuing what already existed before. This is what Islam is, you guys. This is how a Muslim woman should be. This is what Islam offers Muslim women, or advises Muslim women to be, to increase in knowledge, to do every good thing only for the sake of Allah, to self-improve every single day, and to play your role in life beautifully, whether it be your mother role, your wife role, your role as a Muslim, your role as a daughter. This is what Islam gives us women. It's not modernity, it's Islam. But unfortunately, us Muslims, instead of going more forward in terms of mindset, we are going backwards. Unfortunately, I'm saying this with a very broken heart. I'm being very serious right now. In Islam, there were great women like Fatima al-Fihri who used to establish university. And in that university, great Islamic scholars like Ibn Khaldun, just like I, said earlier, Al-Idrisi, Ibn Rushd, these people are not just people. They used to live in the golden Islamic age, the golden Islamic time. They were historian, philosopher, geographer, there was philosopher, scientist, and all these are Muslim. And not only that, but great European scholars like Gerard of Cremona or Maimonides, a Jewish philosopher and physician. All of these were students in a university, the first ever university in the world that was established by a woman. Now, can you call that woman as a modern woman? No, because she didn't even live in a modern time. She lived in a time where male was dominant. So what I'm doing, or other Muslim women who is increasing in knowledge, who is studying university, who is chasing their dreams only for Allah's sake, only to prove to themselves, not anyone else, We are not modern Muslim women. We are just Muslim women. And wallahi, we are doing this only for the sake of Allah, you guys. So, my dear Muslim women, sisters, my beloved sisters, I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. And we can never be perfect. But what makes us perfect in the eyes of Allah? Because in the eyes of humans and also in the eyes of us, like our own selves, we can never be perfect. But in the sight of Allah, we can get close to perfection or perfect when we truly seek sincere and true knowledge. When we improve ourselves, not for people or not for anyone else, but only for Allah. That is true success. And if that is your intention, you're going to be successful in every aspect of your life. Whether it be education, marriage, motherhood, career, every aspect in your life, you will be successful. Once you truly do it only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah loves when you strive for goodness. Allah loves when you work on bettering yourself. Allah loves it when you increase in knowledge. And He watches you beautifully when you do those. And He is proud of you. And what you're doing is not wrong. As long as you fear Allah and you are mindful of Him, He will always make a way out for you. And that is literally His promise in Quran. He said it. It's even like my wallpaper, you guys. Allah says, and whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect. Subhanallah. So yeah, that was the Tafakkur session for today. I loved it as always. And by the way, I have a little suggestion for you. If you have been watching all my Ramadan special Tafakkur sessions until now, so this is the 4th one, I recommend you to take notes about the previous 3 videos where I shared, the lives of important Islamic figures, Khadija radiallahu anha, Aisha radiallahu anha, and Sulaym radiallahu anha. And today we learned about Fatima al-Fihri. So take notes about them, for example, what lessons you took, a little summary of who they are and their lives and their achievements, why we should look up to them. And I don't know, it will be beneficial for your own self. Maybe you are doing like that, maybe I don't know, but I'd love to actually know it and see it. So you can send me your photos on Instagram. I've been actually replying to a lot of DMs these days because I've been receiving some great DMs, alhamdulillah. And I love how you guys are also enjoying these Ramadan special Tafakkur sessions. So yeah, if you just take notes, whether on your notebook, tablet, or anything else, just send me a little, photo of your notes on Instagram or from my email. In my description, I have my 2 email address for business inquiries and personal. Please send me it from personal, so I will definitely either respond to them, or I will even I might post them on my Instagram stories as well by tagging you. So yeah, I just want this Tafakkur series to grow and spread these lives of beautiful, amazing Islamic figures. May Allah be pleased with all of them and may peace be upon all of them. But yeah, I've been talking for quite a while now. I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, stay safe. Ma salama. Bye.